On this problem, we're going to find the quotient and remainder when we're dividing a polynomial by a binomial. We're going to use synthetic division in order to do this. You can use long division, but I want to show you the shortcut way with synthetic. And it does save a little bit of time because we don't have to look at the variables until the very end. For synthetic division, we need to first identify what we're dividing by. So we're identifying this x plus 2. We're dividing by x plus 2. In synthetic division, we're going to go ahead and address the part in long division where you would subtract. There's a process, and every time you subtract, we don't want to have to do that in synthetic. We can kind of make it work by changing the sign right at the beginning. So when we're looking at this number, we have x plus 2. We want to change this to a minus 2. And that number we're going to put in a box. There's different ways to do this. This is just the way that I do it. All right, so one more time. If it's with an x, and the general format is x minus some number, most of the time we call this c, then if this is if c is what goes in the box and this is a plus, the only way to make this work is to change the sign and make it, this is basically x minus negative 2. So negative 2 is our c in this problem. Now, we don't want to deal with the variables. We just want to look at the numbers so we can calculate things more quickly. And the numbers we're considering are the coefficient of the variables. So looking at this polynomial, the coefficient of those variables are 5, negative 3, we're just listing these out, leaving a little space, 6, negative 10, and 12. We're going to skip a little space and draw a line. And below this last number, I'm going to put a box, and we'll talk about what that is in a minute. The process for synthetic division first tells us that we should take this first number outside of the box and bring it straight down. So the 5 is going to come straight down. And then this next part, each time we go, it's almost like a circle. You're doing the same process every time after this. So the process starts with the negative 2, and you're saying negative 2 times the number down here. So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, and then you're moving over 1 and putting the answer under the next number. So this negative 10 we just got is going there. Now remember what I said, we're not changing any signs at this point within the problem itself. So all you're going to do here is just add these together. So negative 3 and negative 10 gives me negative 13. Makes it a little simpler when you just can add and not have to subtract. All right, same process again. Negative 2 times negative 13. Negative 2 times negative 13 is 26. So you're putting it under the next number. And add. So 6 and 26 are going to give me 32. And multiply. Negative 2 times 32. That's going to give me negative 64. It's okay if these numbers get big. That happens sometimes. Now we're going to add. So this is negative 74. And we're going to multiply again. Negative 2 times negative 74. Remember, I'm being really careful about the signs here. 2 negatives make a positive. We get 148. And now we're going to add again. So this is going to be 160. Now, we need to interpret our answer. We've got all these fabulous numbers, but we have no idea, really, what they mean. So if we're taking a polynomial, this very large thing, and we're dividing by a binomial, you're going to get a polynomial answer. We started out with an x to the 4th, and we divided by an x. So x to the fourth, and I take one of those x's away, I have x cubed. This first number that we have here is going to be the coefficient for the x cubed. So our quotient, which we are going to call q of x, is 5x cubed. And we're going to go on down the line. So 5 down the line is negative 13. What is my variable here? We'll just go down one variable. So if this is x cubed and I take another x away, I get x squared. Okay, go to the next number in the list. So this is plus 32. I had x squared, I take an x away, now I have x. Go to the next number in the list. I had x, now I take an x away, now I have nothing. So this is your constant. And what is special about this number in the box? Well, the number in the box is your remainder. So r of x is going to be 160. This number in the box can mean a lot of things. In this, it's just the remainder, but there are some other problems that, you know, if that number in the box is 0, then it means something special. And sometimes that number in the box may not be 0, and it may be the function value. So there's a lot of applications to this synthetic division. I hope you're able to learn this synthetic division today. Please check out my other videos.